Today on the channel, we're howling at the moon with the Werewolf by Night Mondo Soft Vinyl C2E2 exclusive.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Mondo unboxing, but this time with a twist, as we're not talking X-Men, we're not talking Masters of the Universe, we're talking Marvel, we're talking a Werewolf by Night. But for all your Werewolf by Night needs, better hit up Entertainment Earth. I don't know, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. But I don't think you're finding any Werewolf by Nights over there, unfortunately. But you can find a lot of other good stuff over there. But these timed edition, very limited, sell out pretty quick editions here, as there was a regular edition that came out a year ago, 8 months ago, 6 months ago. What is time? I don't know. I missed out on that one. I was in a meeting, totally missed out. That's sold out. Now, they had this version here as a C2E2 exclusive, I believe. I'm getting confused with my werewolves at this point, but I did order this one. It has shipped recently. Here we are. There is another edition, a psychedelic version as well, on the way. That just went up for pre-order the day before I'm filming this right now. Already sold out, I do believe. So, Repaint City, get the most out of your molds. Doesn't matter if it's Hasbro, NECA, anybody else, Mondo included. That's what they're going to do. And that's what we're doing with this werewolf. But I don't know anything about these soft vinyls. I don't think I've really had any of these in my collections, but I'm a guy that loves a werewolf. You know that. I come from a long line of family members that love werewolves. My dad, he's been on the channel. He loves Larry Talbot, that whiny Larry Talbot, as he always says. But we got to have some werewolf representation, and I got this, and I'm kind of on the fence saying, I need all these versions of this werewolf. I think it would be a cool shelf, maybe, since it's kind of like an artistic piece right here. Maybe I put this in my living room, see if my wife notices. We'll see what ends up happening. Stay tuned in the future. Maybe in this video, maybe I'll snap a little picture and see what happens. But, of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on this very YouTube channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there, but I'm very interested to see what we got going on inside here. Very light box on this one, so this is not a heavy figure for those keeping track at home, but a beautiful werewolf right there in the front. Looking extra mean is what he's looking like to me, but it is definitely a Werewolf by Night Mondo exclusive. It does say right there, got the seal of Mondo, looking very good. Marvel, Werewolf by Night, soft vinyl all over here. It does have Marvel on there, of course. Got a little jibber jabber on the bottom, nothing too exciting going on. No blurb or anything like that, just straight up Werewolf by Night. And of course, Disney Plus had the Werewolf by Night black and white, and then I think they did a colorized version. That was kind of the recent Werewolf by Night, but of course a long comic book. And wasn't the Werewolf by Night like J. Jonah Jameson's son, I believe? He came back from like, I was going to say prison. He came back from Oz, Emerald City, for those keeping track at home. No, he came back from space and became a werewolf, something like that, I believe. This is not a toy. It does say that on there, so I'll make sure I don't play around with it too much. Too much, we'll see. But let's get around the package. Let's see what all the fuss is about. Maybe we'll be howling at the moon. Who knows what we'll be doing. We'll be howling like a young Ozzy Osbourne on the old bark at the moon. Well, looking good. There it is. Nothing else. I am saving the box, so a gentle see you later off to the side. A little plastic prison. There it is right there. We're going to pull it out. Once again, like I said, I'm saving the packaging, so I'm going to be gentle. I'm going to be extra gentle here. You got to go soft your first time with some soft vinyl. You got to take it easy. There it is. Save all this. Put this off to the side. A gentle, once again, see you later. And now we're off to the werewolf races. And oh my gosh, this is extremely, extremely light. Very, very light, but a very, very cool. Boy, that black and white edition really does pop. Yes, it's black and white, but boy, it feels very vibrant. It really, really sticks out. This might be up my wife's alley here, because we have a nice white kind of built-ins in our living room. This will really pop with those white shelves and white everything there. So looking very, very cool. Definitely looks like a werewolf. That's what I would say if I saw this. You got the ripped pants on him, and then everything else fur. You wouldn't have it any other way, except maybe real fur. Mondo, let's get a real fur edition of this. Would love to see that. We'll see what happens. Starting at the head here, big angry mouth. Mouth is open, teeth, fangs going out there. You see a little of that tongue back there. looking very good. Got those 2 werewolf ears, and then, of course, fur throughout. Big old eyebrows, but then the red piercing eyes, those red eyes staring deep into your soul before he bites you and turns you, too, into a werewolf. Looking good there. Got a belt buckle you could set Grandpa's watch to if you wanted to. Looking nice in the belt buckle department. Looking very good there. And then the big old werewolf feet on him. Does say Marvel and Mondo on the bottom of the feet down here. No peg stand, nothing like that. You're really not going to need one. He's going to stand just fine on his own. Very easy to stand and stuff. However, very, very light. I think if you blew hard enough, you could knock him over. So a little lighter than I was expecting it to be. And I thought it'd be soft vinyl. I mean, it's not like squishy soft. There's no give to it. It's like hard plastic is what it is to me. It's not the hardest plastic, but it's definitely not that soft, I will say that. Now, he does have articulation. The arms do move. Very tight articulation, I will say that. But the arms do move. And then you do get the wrist. So you get a little back and forth at the wrist, so that is kind of nice. And he's got those big old claw hands there. You can kind of have him doing his thing, reaching out, trying to take somebody on. No waist articulation, nothing else. So really not much more than a statue, really. In all honesty, that's kind of what this is. It is just a statue, but it is interesting soft vinyl. Forgot to mention, head does move. You got the head articulation, so a couple points of articulation, but not much. It's kind of just a statue is what this is, and that's how it's going to be for me. But it would look really cool. You get the psychedelic version here. You get the original version. You line them all up, have them together. You're just celebrating all things a werewolf is what you're doing there. Maybe you bring in a little bit of Larry Talbot, a little American Werewolf in London, and man, you're off to the races with a big old werewolf shelf is what you are. But for what this is, very cool. For the price point, 160, 65, something like that shipped. It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. It's for serious collectors, people that love their werewolves, people that love a werewolf by night, or somebody that has a fool in their money is what it could be too. Who knows? But I do like what this is, and to me, this is a little bit more than an action figure. It's a little bit of an artistic piece for my living room. So that's kind of how it justifies in my mind. It's all about justification at the end of the day. You got to justify everything you do, and you got to justify it to the wife from time to time as well. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated. Could be a future Patreon Q&A. What did your wife say about that werewolf, and is he still on display? You'll be able to ask that question and find out that answer. But Werewolf by Night, for what it is good, but it is very expensive. And I think the majority of people out there probably are going to say the juice isn't worth the squeeze. Just depends on what you're collecting and what you're liking and the price points you like dealing in. So there it is right there, the Werewolf by Night. But let me know your thoughts. Pick up, pass. Did you get all of them? Did you dabble in some of them? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this YouTube channel. All kinds of bonus stuff over there. Check out the old Patreon. You can also support the channel at PrestonTees.com. And don't forget to hit me up. Follow along on social media. SirPaul64 on the X. The _Kyle_Peterson on Threads. And on Instagram. So for a little Werewolf by Night, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.